slash Cambodia region bringing out some very interesting technology, right? The Johnson +1 is something that they've been really familiar with. They were the one who pioneered it on that regional stage, and they have found decent result. But that's the ALVA team. Let's see if this academy team can bring in something similar.
Oh, yeah, but I'm pretty sure they have plenty of practice with the Johnson. I think it's a very useful pocket pick in terms of opening up the map and really catching people off guard, because it's something that you have to be consistently aware of and respond to constantly as, you know, the game continues to progress. But we have See You Soon on the blue side with Sway Esports on the red side. Fanny as well as Ling, 2 assassins already taken out. We're expecting to see tank junglers at the end of the day.
Yeah, a lot of priority that has been shifted compared to yesterday, right? When back then it was kind of like first ban Glue, first ban Joy, Faramis, but these two teams have a very different idea coming into this first game. You know, Ling, Fanny, Kadita also ban out. There are 3 assassins removed instantly from the draft. Is this kind of like a hint that they are looking not just for the tank junglers, but just for longer drawn out fight?
Agreed. No, yes, you're absolutely right here, because if we start thinking about what plays good against Kadita, what plays bad into Kadita, I'm thinking of Melissa almost straight away, right? Melissa has been pretty dominant overall in the gold lane, quite a heavy lane bully, but that doesn't change the fact that there's still options like Brody, there's still options like going into Harathan as well as Lunox that could be considered, but this is a very good first step. Joy gets banned out for the side of Sway Esports as well, so again, even they are looking to play marksmans.
And I think both teams are also looking to eliminate as much heroes as possible. They can kind of cut through that front line and make that fight an advantageous, right? You get the assassination through and suddenly you're in the lead. And this brings me to, where does 1-1 stand in this situation? Because that hero has been pretty much prioritized overall. Well, she's gone.
Yeah, and she's gone. But the reason why is mainly because she is a very stable marksman. As soon as she gets 3 items, you already feel her impact in the game. She can outplay a lot of tough situations, and most importantly, once you hit that 4 items, it's like, all right, now she's ready to brawl.
This last ban from Sway Esports is going to be pretty important. So Hayabusa, another assassin being banned out from the jungle. We had a bit of a discussion behind the scenes where I believe, our friend Ikuto said, Ju very strong right now, but if we're pivoting towards tanks, are we looking at Fredrin, Arkai? Feels very likely, right?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I think for the playstyle of See You Soon, Faramis is not a bad option here. It's pretty flexible overall, but most importantly, it allows you to teamfight as aggressively as you want, which has been, I wouldn't want to say stereotype, but they have been profiled to be the aggressors in a lot of teamfight situations.
Looking forward to see if that aggression gets translated into that jungle. This first pick, for part of me, expects kind of Kaja to be prioritized. It's a very stable first pick. You not only get to be aggressive, but you get to stop Sway Esports if they try something funny, right? We've seen responses into heroes like Glue and Arkai, but See You Soon goes for more safer approach. They get the Fredrin.
Yeah, they get the Fredrin here. They don't really want to dictate the pace of the draft. They want to kind of see where Sway Esports is targeting their counter picks overall. And I think within this first phase, we should be able to get some form of direction. Unless Sway Esports decides to go for, hey, you know what? Let's play a little bit more flexible. We can go Edith into Cho. We can go many different angles. But Yves has been a prominent problem. Do they want to pair it up with Kaja to make sure that See You Soon is limited in their answers in terms of stopping the box?
Does this feel like a Valentina approach though for See You Soon? I think that has been this rock, paper, scissors where Valentina, Fasa, and Yves, during the Open Finals we didn't see too much of that, but Valentina has always been kind of the stable response, at least for a lot of these teams. But at least for Sway Esports, they went for the Glue, one of those stable picks in that XP lane. It definitely feels like for See You Soon now they have ample info to respond to what Sway Esports has.
I think Sway Esports is wanting See You Soon to actually play the Faramis. Yes, Faramis is good. Hopefully they don't tunnel vision on how good it actually plays against Glue specifically, but half the time when you have these artillery type mages, whether it be Farsa, whether it be Yves, Faramis tends to struggle because you can get rid of the temp HP relatively quickly with such strong AoE. So I don't know about See You Soon. I feel like Kaja is always going to be good in this position. Yep, they lock in the Kaja. Now, if they go for Valentina, I think that's perfectly fine. It forces Sway Esports to really consider the next couple of picks that they're going to do. If they lock in something like Farsa, for an example, I would expect See You Soon to instantly start thinking about, hey, EXP laners, we need to get them out. They don't touch the midsection just yet. They lock in the Arlet, which is already great. 2 forms of CC so that you can follow up sounds like a good idea.
And it also kind of gives See You Soon this window where if Sway Esports wants to play a comp that sticks together, you have so many ways to really break that apart. You have Isolation from Divine Judgment, and you have Arlet with his with that ultimate, you just sweep everyone into a corner. it does feel a bit unique from See You Soon. We are expecting them to be the aggressors, but right now it seems like this response from See You Soon in the first phase is kind of like daring Sway Esports to come into them when they already have an answer to it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think, you know, Sway Esports is playing this really, really well. They're dictating how the draft is going. They were expecting at least maybe a Kaja to go through. The Arlet, okay, not that big of a deal, because at the end of the day, Arlet is going to generally struggle against Glue. Glue's really tanky. You all in him, he's like, whatever, I'm just going to heal back up, even if I'm a level down and come back into lane. Martis, more importantly, at least they have a spearhead to kind of throw into the middle of these fights. Can check bushes safely, has anti-CC to keep him alive. Now we go into the second phase where we see Claude from Sway Esports instantly banned out.
This does feel like Sway Esports are looking at the potential of, if I run this Martis in the jungle, which is most definitely, then you get to put pressure on See You Soon's early first 2 minutes, right? Veteran jungle into Martis. I feel like Sway Esports have that tendency to kind of make aggressive moves and really slow down See You Soon's tempo. If they continue to play this more responsive draft, I think Sway Esports are definitely looking to punish them.
Yeah, I think also Sway Esports understands that no matter what they do, now that they've locked in the Kaja, even if they get Farsa for an example, it's going to be a really difficult time for them to actually keep up with the wave push coming in from Yves alone. So personally, I feel like Sway Esports, they understand the position that they're in within this first phase of the draft, and because they have that mid control, they could start opting for things like, hey, even if we don't want Martis to go into the jungle, we can start switching things up, put Glue into the support position, put Martis back up onto the EXP lane. If we see Arlet get thrown there, they have plenty of options to play around. I just think that banning out the Valentina is a good way to say, hey, now we can actually really set up for the EXP.
Yeah, and I want to follow up on that ban as well. I think Sway Esports really made a good judgment, seeing that how See You Soon have locked in three of their heroes, but none of them are cores, right? No marksman, no mage, and it really gives Sway Esports an easier approach to the second phase. So now they can safely pick the Far Mist. There's no more artillery aside from the Farsa, but even if the Farsa goes through, I think Sway Esports are not going to be too worried about it.
Yeah, getting the Far Mist on their side is great because not only does it deny the mid lane options and say, hey, even if we do happen to make a mistake, we can still get out of the situation with the help of the Cult Altar, protect the Yves if necessary. But let's see how See You Soon plays this, because they've been setting up for this Melissa for quite some time, all the way from the beginning of the ban phase when they started banning out Wan, when they started banning out Fanny, and as well as Kadita. Generally, these three heroes do alter well, decently well. 2 out of the 3 do decently well into Melissa.
Yeah, when we look at the analogy of unstoppable force and immovable object, I definitely did not expect See You Soon to take up the role of the immovable object, right? It really, this draft is more like, Sway Esports, if you want to come at us, we have ways to keep you away. A part of me was looking at the Xavier, but I personally don't like that Xavier that much into what Sway Esports has.
Okay, think about it this way. Xavier, he's going to be scaling towards the ultra late game. They basically said, hey, we're going to lose mid lane control anyways. I might as well have some global presence. I need an enabler for my Arlet. I need to be able to start peeling back for Melissa. Xavier kind of fits that bill through and through. And now Sway Esports saying, hey, you know what? You're going to lane bully us in the gold. We've sacrificed a lot to make sure that the gold lane is going to get bullied. So therefore, well, break even. Here you go. Lock it in. Get us that carry. At least help us deal with the Fredrin.
So Sway Esports, we haven't seen carry as often as I thought we would, at least in the open finals. But right now, Sway Esports getting that into that last pick, I don't think it's too much of a surprise if you are See You Soon. This is a pick that can be their last resort, considering there's no more Claude, there's no more 1-1. But it does feel like Sway Esports are looking to not only, like you said, dictate the pace of the game, but they also have that guarantee that into that late game, at least.
Yes, they absolutely do, and I think most importantly, Sway Esports have set this up quite well. Even though they knew that the gold lane is going to be a losing matchup at the end of the day, they have many ways of actually controlling it. Number one, having Yves in the mid lane just kind of hunker down. Don't care if the enemy pushes first. We're just going to get our support Farmers who can transverse the map a lot faster as soon as he gets his Ghostbusters, allowing him to kind of roam around. Sorry, Shadow Stampede. But the important thing here at the end of the day is to see which team can execute it just a little bit better. See You Soon on the blue side as well as their opponents here, Sway Esports on the red. Wow, okay.
Quite a lot on the line, I mean, for See You Soon.
Yeah, quite a lot on the line here. We're seeing Trabot actually decide to take Flicker, so he's opting for gap closing rather than clean chain combos. The gold lane is basically left on its own, and mid lane is being fought over.
And I think that's kind of what See You Soon needs to prioritize. Well, you can say the same for Sway Esports. This is what we expected, but you have that Martyrs jungle. It's just so much easier for you to invade See You Soon. The Glue is taking that cam in the bot side as well. They even was able to drag a flame over that wall. Just so much oppression from Sway Esports that I feel like See You Soon just have no answer to.
Yeah, I mean, Sway Esports basically just has all the options in the world. See You Soon, on the other hand, they have to be extremely careful with these movements. They cannot get mirrored. They cannot start following up on weird angles. I think for now, See You Soon, just focus on getting your level 4, and then you can start making things happen. Unfortunately, jungle invades are bound to happen with this lineup that we expect to see from Sway, but where is it going to happen? Where's the first engagement going to happen? It might be the top side.
Definitely feels like that's a possibility. I think Sway Esports, yeah, they are reading this right. Flame can pull back again. Just this farm is break even, making sure that he is everywhere and at every place. Yome hitting that level 4 already, so ultimate up for that first turtle fight on that bot side. Trobot not doing too bad, honestly.
Yeah, Treboy is doing pretty good. He is holding on to his own. He expects to, I mean, Merps specifically expects to do badly. Barbie G is making sure that he's, you know, helping out, trying to control that wave, considering that Xavier has shown himself, and now this is where it's going to get interesting.
Looking forward to the flicker of value. Can he reach the backline? Haroski, though, not doing well. Turtle secured by Sway Esports, and just as Xavier are piercing through 3 members of Sway, no one goes down. Sway Esports able to just walk away.
Best cause of action for See You Soon. They knew for a fact, okay, we're not really, it's going to be really difficult to contest for this turtle. Aski doesn't have any items to really help him out. He's got cooldown boots and he's slowly building up. It could be Enchanted Talisman or Clock of Destinies. We haven't seen enough components to determine that. However, topside, Sway just trying to make sure, hey, at the end of the day, Merps is still our win condition. He's level 5 to Neha's level 4. Rather surprising considering that Neha has the range advantage.
And kind of we set up to have this Melissa being the stronger lane bully, right? Early on, you make the life of this carry extremely hard, but we saw that early rotation from Sway Esports and See You Soon, and Sway was able to push See You Soon's roamer away, and I think that really gave Merps a lot more space than he should have deserved. So far, another contest up in the top side. See You Soon just really looking for an opening, but they're not getting it.
Yeah, Sway is playing this really, really well. They know for a fact that Froski down on bot side, he's going to be fine by himself. As long as he doesn't die, he's doing a really good job. Merps, on the other hand, he could use a little bit of help. He's honestly going even in this lane, but it's forcing Neha to really think about his trades, right? He throws the doll, but he's not continuously committing to it. He's not trying to take space to get an advantage in the lane because he knows that Sway has got him covered.
And I think another concern for See You Soon is that the presence of break even. With this farm is around, you don't really want to commit fully to it. And on top of that farmist pick, I really do think that this early first phase commitment into Arlot and you get a farmist response just makes so much sense. Arlot, even if he flickers and hits that backline, you have the call alter to really negate what the Arlot wants to do in the first place. But in this case, we're looking at Trobot. He goes for this tank emblem, so he's not looking to one-shot the backline. He's just looking to sustain the fight for as long as... Is this prepping See You Soon for just that Melissa and Xavier?
Maybe. I guess. It's a little tough to say. It really is a little tough to say. Personally, I would have imagined damage here just to start snowballing out of control, but this turtle fight is going to be quite important for both sides. See You Soon, for all we know, could just give this up, but considering that they all have their ultimates ready to go, let's keep an eye out here. Hosky coming in from the back.
Yeah, Flicker instantly dragged the members of Sway Esports. The turtle still gets secured, this time by Merp. And See You Soon, they have committed into this, but they don't have the damage to finish off any members of Sway Esports. 2 of them get assassinated, and Sway Esports once more walks out cleanly.
Instantly responded to. I mean, Trobot was trying his absolute best to try and, you know, follow up and get that kill, but Call Altar is just a little too good in these early stages of the game. Potential dive here on top side.
Yeah, Gyome just taking slow and easy, break even, able to just instantly go over the wall. Not able to drag Na back, but it was enough space for Merps to get the 3rd kill for Sway Esports.
Perfect, and they managed to get it on Merps as well. I thought Gyome for sure was going to secure it with a Decimate, but with a little bit of help in the mid lane in the jungle, they managed to deny him that kill. Oh man, Merps is in a really good position. Like, he should be significantly further behind. We're expecting the next wave to get hard shoved, and then we're going to see a lane swap between Merps as well as Haroski. Oh man, the R's and W's. Ugh.
But that was exactly a good demonstration of what we discussed earlier, right? The farmist pick into a lineup of, you know, the Kaja and the Arlot. You deny so much agency. And, you know, after witnessing that, I mean, what if you're CU Soon, what are you looking for right now? You don't want to drag the Fire Mist, but and anyone else gets dragged, you just have to call Alter to save him.
Yeah, I mean, just look at the situation here, right? CU Soon is thinking very one-dimensionally. They're thinking, okay, we get like a prime target, we're looking for Barbie Chi, we pull him into our comp, we get a kill, we bank out. I think they have to start thinking a little bit further than that. And number one, as a lane swap has occurred, Glue is a little difficult, but they should look to specifically punish Barbie Chi as he rotates for these motions. Say, hey, let the dive happen, you can just back off if we have to. If you can get a kill on Barbie Chi, that is going to significantly boost our odds to allow ASKI to scale even faster.
Break Even's presence is just negating everything that CU Soon wants to do, and we are seeing a bit of a problem for CU Soon in general, because all these moves mean nothing if the Fire Mist has that call Alter. And now, if you look at this 3 versus 3 fight, there's no way that CU Soon can commit to this. ASKI already pushed back, and MLBB just goes forward, and ASKI forced to retreat.
He's very confident there. I think, you know, LaFlame had an opportunity to try and do something, but the 2v2 down by Turtle's side, this could, unfortunately, still falls into the hands of CU Soon for now. MLBB, on the other hand, is going to take these trades.
And LaFlame looking for an opening, but he might not reach that in time. Call Alter, use Break Even. Able to survive that one. Now drag right back by the Divine Judgment. This should be an easy kill over for CU Soon, but LaFlame gets it instead of Nah. A bit unlucky.
There we go. That's the first mistake we're seeing from Sway Esports. They're getting really, really confident, especially when they know that a dive could potentially happen. However, CU Soon, this is what they want. They want these counter engagements. They work better against Sway Esports in these counter engagements even, especially when you have the Kaja and especially when it's not a full team fight to get the maximum value of the call Altar.
And that's what CU Soon's draft has been kind of crafted, has been designed to be, right? Well, if we can't get active thanks to the call Altar, we will wait for you to get active and then we'll punish you. And the Flame, with that pick and knowing the call Altar is still not back up yet, we can see CU Soon having a lot more presence on that bot side. Obviously, both teams really mirroring that movement. And so far, the goal disadvantage isn't too big. Kyrie, though, get a two-man taunt. The real world manipulation is out, zoning out everyone. As he gets dragged back, MLBB gets the second kill.
Oh my goodness, that was so cool. Trebot used this ult and it actually pushes them across from Riverside onto their side of the map. It didn't really matter at the end of the day as their team still took an L. However, Sway Esports need to be a little bit worried about Trebot pushing them and displacing them, especially when they get really clumped together. Just something to keep in mind.
The Flame will at least open up the map. Get rid of Sway Esports present on their bot side. Can't do too much though. Needs a bit of help. Kyrie shows up. 20 seconds until that next objective spawns, and Nah is in danger. He's getting surrounded. Sway Esports looking for a potential dive. Not already taking so much damage. Forced to use that ultimate, but they are just gonna dive him. Easy pickup for Gyome.
They should expect... the response coming in from CU Soon is very, very late. I mean, Lord is already up. They could have taken mid turret. They could have taken top turret if they really wanted to and say that, yes, this is a lost cause. You need to start backing out here rather than the indecision. So Sway Esports, on the other hand, they don't mind. They can just sit back here. There's almost no way they can actually lose this fight. Oh,
Kyrie, it might attempt a steal. The Lord is very low, but he can't get in range for the red tree. 3 members of CU Soon getting dragged back by the Fire Mist. Break Even is dropping low. They need a bit more damage. Trabot dashes onto him and gets the kill. It's an even fight so far, but Gyome is looking for Trabot. Has to decimate. Jumps on top of the armor. Should be able to finish him off. So Esports looking for a second one. Trabot, you're still alive. He's still healing up. This man is unkillable. Trabot with the dancing shoes gets out.
Oh my goodness. I didn't expect him. All right. I really wasn't expecting him to survive for that long, and now mid turret is under attack.
They get the root. Haroski is low. Gyome putting up a last stand to defend the structure, able to do so, and Sway Esports gets out almost cleanly.
And honestly, well played to CU Soon. They found an opportunity to actually punish Barbie Chi, stop his ultimate really early on in the fight, and as soon as they did, just the plays coming in from Trabot alone allowed CU Soon to not only take the space, but opportunely take away big battle spells from Sway Esports. And because of the late reset, they have a little bit more control over the waves. They're still clumping up together down by the mid side. They probably should have spread out a little bit, cleared up the waves, or at the very least, mitigate these Lord-empowered minions' damage.
That was one of those fights you really wish that Melissa is there, and we get to see CU Soon just overwhelming in terms of the vote. But so far, Sway Esports are the one in the lead. Able to take that top tier 2, the mid tier 1 also goes down. CU Soon have to attend to the Lord.
Yeah, CU Soon just has to let go of mid tier 2. They could have actually decided to fight for it, but there's just too many members to actually deal with. They deal with the Lord on top side. They still have one more empowered wave down bot side, and Sway still full wave control on all sides, eliminate all tier 2s.
And this map is now going to get extremely dark for See You Soon. Trebot even used his ultimate. No follow-up though, he used it on Horosky of all people. And just like that, in one fell swoop, Sway Esports also able to capitalize on the fact that See You Soon doesn't necessarily have the best way to clear waves, let alone the Lord. So now we see this big goal injection for Sway Esports. Almost 5,000 advantage.
Yeah, almost 5,000 advantage indeed. And like, I'm keeping an eye on Trebot right now, mainly because he's building full tank. The most damage he has is from his Molten Essence. Let's see whether or not his dash is going to be enough to actually make the difference in this upcoming fight, because this Lord could prove to be fatal for See You Soon.
And I honestly think that now instead of looking for the Flame to open up the map or start a fight, I think Trebot is not a bad candidate to do so. Kyrie getting gone on, getting the taunt onto Gyome, but this Martis against Sway Esports just making sure that they get majority of that map control.
Yeah, Carry right now is really, really good. It's way too many items to actually deal with, both Kyrie as well as Trebot. Something to keep in mind for these upcoming fights. Her position is going to matter, but more importantly, Barbie Chi, he has to recognize that he's getting hard targeted by See You Soon. Every single one of these fights, he has been flickered on by LaFlame, who's saving his battle spell just for your boy. So with 6 seconds on the clock here, oh boy. Looks like teams are calling it a pause. Technical issues probably on their side. Thank God it didn't happen right at the Lord fight.
Yeah. Honestly, I like this pause because you know what? The Lord has just spawned. It's just an extra layer of suspense.
Yes, an extra layer of suspense indeed. But like, when I'm looking at these fights, I'm surprised that the gold lane has actually gotten this far into the game without getting hard punished within the early to mid section. Mid section even, we were seeing that See You Soon were trying a particular strategy. Realize being too aggressive and trying to set up for these dives isn't going to work, especially since the draft allows us to go for picks. However, it's telegraphed. All of it is telegraphed, and Sway is just so prepared. And
I think that is very evident from the first 2.5 minutes, right? We were looking at the mid lane, having Sway Esports just falling coming up ahead a bit more in that mid lane and falling behind in the gold lane. But it was completely the reverse. They targeted that top lane, the gold lane a lot, got Merps ahead, and that first turtle fight really showed us how the Sway Esports draft was able to respond to what See You Soon has.
I mean, you can see the planning in motion here. From the first minute to the second minute to the third minute, there was always different steps that needed to be done. Like how we saw Glue deciding to walk into enemy jungle after clearing the first wave, tries to take the beetle while the rest of his team is invading on the top side against the bear bug. And not a lot of teams end up doing that. Like we saw two camps technically get stolen away, and now that equated into a level lead for Suede later on into the game. By the 6th minute, you can clearly see it. Hey, I'm a full level ahead. It's going to be really tough for you to take these neutral objectives. And because you've been so busy trying with these pickoffs onto Barbie Chi, Merps ends up getting ahead with the pressure from mid.
There's this old saying that it is always good to make the first move, and I think Sway Esports is demonstrating that pretty well. See You Soon has been really trying their best to respond and being that kind of I would say responsive. I couldn't find the right word. They've been trying to respond a lot to Sway Esports, but this has allowed Sway themselves to really get a good lead. Now slowly just withering down the Lord. Horosky doesn't care.
No, he does not, but the rest of the team might actually. His Lord's getting lower. Here comes the fight.
Oh, break even, looking to get a pull. They use the real manipulation, but actually not finding anyone. Well, they're able to drag Trebot back of all people. The guy to cancel Barbie Chi's out is now gone. The Lord not canceling the aggro on the Lord, and Sway Esports should be able to secure this. Kyrie not even in range. Sway Esports a clean objective take.
Yeah. Unfortunate for Trebot indeed. He even lost his flicker in that process, which is it's pretty terrible because flicker allows you to get into the backline easily. You flicker, use your ult, it's instantly, once you get that demon mark, you start dashing onto your priority target, which in this case is going to be Merps. Barbie Chi, unfortunately, well, he knows it. He's standing really far back. He's keeping away from those bushes. He knows that LaFlame could flicker on him at any time. So he's playing very conservatively so far. And not to mention that he is on his way to his 3rd item. He's got his 2 util items down with the Ice Queen's Wand, as well as the G. Oh no, not Neha. He can't deal with this damage.
Got to clear out that bottom lane. They actually get a catch. Merps, that is the guy you need to kill. The call altar has already been blown up. Trebot finds the assassination. And now the Demon Mark resets are coming through. See You Soon mounting a monstrous defense. 4 dead on the bot lane.
And that's why people play Fredrin. He's so good at following up. He takes so much damage, even though Merps is significantly further ahead. This 2k gold lead is just because of the Merp factor. Murphy's Law, in a matter of fact, here. But let's have a look at this fight one more time, right? They had that crashing wave in mid. They had that crashing wave down bot side. The unfortunate turn of events is once Merps was focusing too hard on this turret while the rest of his team members, especially those who were supposed to hold the front line, were backing off. I think he needs to respect that space to maintain the shape of the fight.
Best case scenario, they only lost the bot in hip. They got 4 kills. They swung the goal back, literally dead even. And they still have both the top and mid inhibitor up.
Yep, and this is a great position for CUC and all the flame. He's in so much trouble.
He's probably going to give his life up for this. It will go onto him with the decimate. The damage is enough from Merps. Call Ultra broken as well, but Seiyusun can't follow up.
Alright, now that we're getting into the later stages of the game, this is where Seiyusun is really going to shine. Neha, when he has Inspired available, hey, clump up. Use that call Altar if you want to. I can instantly shred it down. And if anybody walks away low, they have Aski to actually follow up with his own ult, if not opening the gates to enable people like Trabot and as well as Kyrie to make those plays.
And Seiyusun just has to remember that responding to Sway Esports in this team fight where Sway makes the first move has been more efficient, right? The response, the counter engage with Trabot. And honestly, Sway Esports will find it a bit harder to access the backline of Seiyusun just because you have to deal with so much disruption. And the only condition that I've seen Sway Esports really pull off to give them a lead is that if they were able to isolate the Flame or if they isolate Trabot. But aside from that, if Seiyusun gets that window, it just allows this Melissa to do so much damage.
Absolutely. So Seiyusun has to pick and choose exactly where to fight. Choke points are very ideal, but let's also not forget that Aski, he's scaling up really, really fast now. He's built up to 8,000 gold, very close to actually catching up with the 10k gold lead that Kyrie actually has himself. Oh, here we go.
They don't have the Xavier with them. Flicker onto the Flame. He is dragged back. Flickers the safety. Can they get on top of him? No, they cannot. Yome not in range for that ultimate. He even gets rooted down, taunted back. Yome gotta get out, knocked up by the Fredrin. He is out. No more jungler for Esports. And Seiyusun turns it around. 2 kills for Kyrie. The Lord is theirs.
Oh, great play. Great play coming out from Seiyusun. And this is what we were talking about earlier. Sway Esports, they keep trying to force these situations, but Seiyusun, at this stage of the game, they have more than enough cooldowns to not only trap you, but follow up and punish you for that engage. The counter engage from Seiyusun is just too good as of right now.
Yeah, and like what you say, Gideon, the 2 conditions, you know, responding with their crowd control and choke zone. So Esports walk right into the kill box, and now with the Lord in Seiyusun's favor, this is definitely not done and dusted, but for the first time in 17 minutes, we see Seiyusun having a goal advantage.
Yeah, and a significant gold advantage at that. 3k ahead of Sway as of right now. Soon the gold lead is not going to matter, but now we have to start talking about who scales better. Barbie, unfortunately, in this situation, he's going to scale as much as he possibly can, but he needs damage items. Look at what he has right now. He's got the Enchanted Talismans, Ice Queen Wand, Glowing Wand, right? We haven't seen those big items just yet. We don't see a Holy Glaive. We haven't seen the Holy Crystal even, or the Divine Glaive, something that he needs because there's so many people on the side of Seiyusun who have a Radiant Armor.
And partially it's because Sway Esports are so far in the lead. Yome! Oh no! They cannot reach and break even! Oh, having to go forward. Haroski now forced to throw his body to save his friend, but can he get out? He can with that ultimate Divine Glaive. Finish for Barbichi in the process. But yeah, back on the point, I think it's also partially Sway Esports felt that they're so far ahead. The Barbichi can just play utility. But I think that is out of the question right now. He needs damage.
Yeah, he really does. Aski is getting it way further ahead. The man already has a Divine Glaive. He's going to start hurting. Barbichi losing 40% of his HP after getting hit by the ult alone. And that's going to be starting to prove a lot more problems for Sway Esports than most would expect. But here's the thing I've noticed, right? I didn't realize, I never really thought about it. It's a very small micro mechanic, but when you're using Arlot, his sweep always starts from left to right. Yeah. So that's why we are seeing him positioned towards the top side of the map, because if he catches somebody with his ult, he could literally push them back into the team. I never even thought of that.
Yeah, it's a very interesting mechanic, and that also kind of makes Arlot not that great if you're on that bot lane.
It makes his flicker way more valuable as well.
It does, it does. So many ways to cancel its crucial ultimates, and it's one of those that completely ignores what you have as a hero. He sweeps to the side, you know. Take out the trash.
Yeah, let's see here how they're going to play this out, because now Seiyusun is in a position where they don't exactly have tempo or control. They regained the tempo, but now it's, you know, it's a balancing act. They want Sway Esports to come out of their base and fight them in an ideal position. So what Seiyusun, my guess, is going to look to do, use the ultimate. Use the ultimate coming in from Xavier. Make sure he is checking each bush. making sure that if they have an opportunity to bait Sway into a fight, LaFlame, just walk up. Maybe Trabot, just walk up. He still has his flicker, and they might catch them in a choke point.
This is the situation that See You Soon is going to revel in, right? So Esports not having the courage that they previously have to just walk into a brush. Now you really have to be worried about getting isolated. Both teams have all of their battle spells online. Obviously, if you look at Sway Esports, they have 4 flickers just so they don't get ambushed and get kidnapped.
Yeah, they just need a traditional front to front, right?
Oh. Hirosky down to half health. Does have the immortality, but look at him! He's getting bursted! They didn't even get the call ulted up in time. Dawning Light cutting through Hirosky instead. Who's gonna get the Lord? Who is gonna get it? Oh my goodness, Barbie G saving this one for Sway Esports. The Lord was stolen. ASCII goes down. Sway Esports still in the game. They used the real-world manipulation to stop See You Soon. Trabot, he is forward. Gyome is the target. Break even, able to get away just for a while.
Okay,
but his immortality is gonna pop. See You Soon looking for a second kill. Kyrie on top. Trabot to follow up, and Nga gets the mega kill streak.
Dude, this is so frustrating. Wait, Merps!
Why, Merps? Why are you there? He's gonna use the win chat. Build the damage engage. No, they kidnap him. He is held hostage. He is assassinated. See You Soon looking for the end. This game number 1, exactly how we wanted it to be. Can Sway Esports hold on? Break even is back. Gyome able to go on to 3 members of See You Soon. They're running out of health. Gyome able to get the immortality, and now Barbie G comes in with the ultimate, shuts down the Melissa. Kyrie is isolated. The Lord is pushing into the base. See You Soon, your base is in imminent danger. Can ASCII clear it out? He's just a savior.
No,
he cannot do it. The Lord has done it. Sway Esports. A game number 1 victory that shouldn't have gone that way, but what the hell, man.
Oh, Sway, they're breathing a sigh of relief. One bad call coming in from See You Soon, turning that fight. They stayed for a little too long, forgot about the bottom side of the map with a Luminous Lord walking at their base. Sway take game number 1. Well done. Well done to both of these teams.
And I think they will have to pay a cut of the salary to the Lord.
Yeah, for sure.
That's player number 6 on Sway Esports team. These moments